back. Yes, there's the three. The snapping. No. That is the Chinese box turtle, the snapping, and the Australia spurred tortoise. I guess is what you want to call it. I honestly don't know the correct names. Oh, but they come with this lovely armored number 57 Manhunter Ground Unit. Armored puppet. See, I don't know if there's two factions, because you got the R fossil that's Manhunter, and then him, and I believe the shark, and the frog R, and maybe the bear. Well, but this is what we're looking at. Our arm armor can be slid. The turtle in the back. The cockpit can be open and closed and comes with 3 types of pilots. This, that, and that. You can have a lovely barrage attack, it looks like. Ground armor. And of course, it looks like war decals. Ground armor. War decals included, of course, so something I'm not going to be doing. I hate war decals. Ground armor. Let me flip the box. Well, I think. Nope. Flip the box. And here we go. So, here is the war decals, which we won't do. Here's the instructions. We'll open them and look real quick. All of the runners. So, you get painted and unpainted turtles in this. Instructions on how to put the big nested together. It looks like it comes with a tail, EA, legs. Put them together, opening them, putting the turtle in. Knee cannons, chest cannons, back cannons. You can do the blade. But I know there's cannons for the back. Check a sneak peek to see what we have in here. And so you get the gray or black. I think that's gray or black. I can't tell with the light. More black. More black. Yep, here's pieces for the back cannon. Shows you how to install it, how to put it. Transparent orange for the head, everything else, whatever that is. And then a light brown is what we get for coloration. So that's basically everything we got. We'll take a quick look at the turtles. So this is the Chinese box turtle. Really cool detail and coloring on him. Get a hole in the back that way you can plug him into the cockpit. Here is the snapping turtle. I believe it's alligator snapping turtle. I think that's pretty badass. And then Australian spurback tortoise, which I'm probably going to end up using him as a pilot. I'm not sure who I want. I'll probably just leave them all 3 out. I'm not 100% sure. But if I'm going to use a pilot, it's to be that one. So, that's everything we get in the box. We'll be right back as soon as he's done and built. And there he is, fully done and completed in all of his turtle glory, with the 3 turtles we get with it. So let's pull him forward and look at him. He's actually pretty decent size. He's bigger than Yui. I think he's bigger than the R fossils as well. Let's move some around to pull out Rex. Get Rex on up in front. He's a little bit more chunkier than Rex, size-wise. I think he's really cool. I was trying to find out if there's different factions to these armored puppets, and I can't find shit. Because I know you have the armored puppets and then the Manhunters, which will be the R fossils, Big Boy here, and like 2 to 3 others. So I don't know if there's different factions or there are different units. Who knows, but let's look into this. There's that beautiful noggin. He's brown. A dark brown with a light brown on top. And you have that transparent orange for his head. His head does move up and down on the neck. Ugh. Unfortunately, he doesn't have that much movement in ball joint area. He can look up that far down. Up that far down. And then if you do it right, mine won't stop coming off at the neck when I try to open his mouth. You can open his mouth. Takes a minute. You open his mouth. He has a cannon in his mouth. So there's that. His fingers are on ball joints, so you can pose them pretty good. His arm goes about that far up because of this pad. That far back. That far out. You don't get a full bend, but you get a partial bend. And his arm can go straight for some cool possibility. The blades do extend out quite a bit. And then you push the blades back. Cool thing is with that, let me see if I can get the cannon, this whole piece off. Mine likes falling apart on me. Don't understand why. This one, the other one, doesn't fall apart as much. But you can switch them. You get a double barrel gun there, or you get the blade. Like I said, you pull the blade out. It extends out, and you push that back. It gives it more extension. Or you can have the double barrel gun, which is also a bonus. And then you get 2 cannons on his back, which you can actually, remember right, I did it last night. I did it earlier. You're supposed to be able to move this whole section upwards. I don't remember how to do it right now, but we'll get done. His chest does open for a cannon in the chest, so like an Iron Man arc reactor in a way. His knee has a cannon in it. Can't remember how to do it. That's not how we do it. You push it forward, aim up, cannon shows. So you can literally get him in a pose where all of his weapons are out. You find that piece real quick. And put it back on. as I hit the camera and it's bouncing like crazy. His tail is on a multiple ball joint, so you can pose it how you want. His feet are permanently bent at the knees. You don't get that much articulation in his legs, unfortunately. His leg goes that far in or out, that far up, that far back. You don't really get a knee bend, sadly. Other cool thing, you open that, open this, that goes like that. You open that peg in the bottom of the turtle, and voila, there you go. You have your pilot. I don't know the orientation for this back piece, so I just leave it like so. He does not come with a stand, so you can't have him in some poses, like if he's flying or something. And I've been calling him ground armor in the previous videos, but no, ground unit. But it's ground armor. He's pretty cool. I won't remember how to do this. These are extra pieces you get with him to have him have cannons. The shoulder pads are on the ball joint. They do rotate, and you do have guns right there. So when you do his full assault attack, I guess you want to call it, those do fold up on him. I'll grab the instructions real quick to remember how to do the cannon. I don't remember how to do the cannons now. Apparently you just push them up and they go up. There we go. They tilt like so. They don't fully go up, but you can tilt them. In a way where they're kind of forward to have him in a combat pose like so, and it does shift those forward up, and then if you just take that off, you push the blade back in, which now this one just fell off, which is no biggie. You pop that piece back on. You rotate his hands into whatever position you want them. I'm gonna have him in closed fist. Rotate that hand. Rotate that hand. We gotta get this mouth open again. Drop that cannon a bit. Open his chest. Rotate that arm. Open the chest. You do get a slight bend at the knee, and that just popped off for some reason, which is the first time that happened. Push that forward, drop that down, push that forward. They're supposed to drop down by themselves, but you have to get them angled to where they'll drop down. Or they just, that one likes to pop off on me. So give me a quick second, I'll fix it. And then voila, there you go in like full brush assault mode, which is pretty cool. And then you just close everything back up, grab this piece, push it back, his knee pad piece fell off again. Get his knee pad back on. I don't understand why it's this knee pad that likes falling off on him. Come on. There we go. I think that's the right orientation for it. Put his hands back. Put the cannon back down the way it should be. Now, again, I did have him in a pretty cool pose earlier. I'm seeing if I can get back into that pose. You can literally have him on all four if you want to. Just like so. Make him actually look like a turtle or tortoise. Is your kit, display it as you wish. I just think this is pretty cool. You can do that with him. But then again, I kind of like him on two legs. Put that back down. His head came off the ball joint again. Lower his hands. Put his shoulders back down. Articulate his tail the right way. And there we go. He is pretty badass in my case. But after this video, we should have Deep Sea and the frog. Can't remember the frog's name, but here's pictures of said frog. But the group is coming together nicely. Here is the majority of the armored puppets we have. We have Ground Unit, we have Isis, Yui, Kogia, Oni, Maijin, and the RX guys. I mean, I think there's like 15 more that I'm missing that we will be getting and doing the full set, and then putting these guys all on the shelf together and going from there. But for right now, my personal favorites has to be Ground Armor, Yui, Oni, and Kagawa. I am going to be getting Isis with the throne, so the other Isis, not the special edition. That way we have that version of her. And I'm going to get 2 Sebex where I can use one of these guys for the combination form. The main set that I'm really trying to get is the pirate Mr. J. Because it's a pirate. What can you say? But yeah, so this is basically a short video. But all in all, he is sturdy. Nothing really falls off him. There is no polycaps in any of these kits. And that makes me happy. From experience, there are some pieces you may have to super glue on. I'm trying to avoid doing that for them. But I'm not gonna lie, when I did Iris, I had super glue the gem into the top of her head because every time she moved it fell. It was getting annoying. I just realized his knee popped off. And I just couldn't stand every time that she moved, her knee popped off, or Yui and her arms were popping off every time that she fell over or she was tapped. But he is pretty badass. I mean, size-wise to a high-grade kit, here is one of the Black Knights that I wasn't able to record. I mean, that's a high-grade kit. Yes, he's on a stand, so height-wise, he comes up to the shoulder. And the majorities are 1/24 scale. I'm not sure what scale he is, to be honest, but I like him. I've been spazzing out getting him for a while. My other half can tell you that. For like 4 days, I was sitting there like, where's my turtle? Was I not?
Yes.
Because you guys know me, I love turtles. Especially Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So this guy just... yeah. I'm happy I got him. I do have some other things coming. I have a 3D printed Warhammer figure coming, which honestly, he's probably gonna be on my desk all the time. I will do a review over him and whatnot, because it's a 3D printed Warhammer figure, and Warhammer is in like my top 10 category of shit that I love. I have nothing bad to say about this kit. I know there's a blue variation of him, which I'm not really going to get. I know there's a blue variation of Kaigua or Geisha. Her. The one that comes with the swans and everything. But all in all, I really like it. I'm still trying to figure out if there is factions between this set, because you got the Manhunters and then you got all of them. I have no idea. If someone can let me know in the comments down below if there are factions, that way I can understand the storyline for these guys a little bit better. That'll be amazing. But honestly, I don't care. They're amazing little kits. I've paid $25 for the majority of all of these guys, except for the R fossils. I paid about $150 for the 3 of them. But I know ISIS is about $40. Same with Sebek. ISIS with a throne is $40 with Sebek. So that's to be a little bit interesting to get done. Here soon we'll have a new desk, so these guys will be more organized and put up. But as we do the armor puppet sets, they'll be right here for easy access and display, for you guys can see what they look like and all that good stuff. But to be honest, I have nothing bad to say about him. I love how the colors are separated. I love how bulky he is. He's not like these other little ones. But yeah, this is your web-sling Venom. This is the armor puppet Manhunter Ground Armor. Yeah. Ground Armor. 1/24 scale. Just remember to hit that thumbs up, bell icon, thumbs up, like button, subscribe button, and that bell icon, and stay tuned with more videos, because we have Deep Sea and whatever the frog is, I can't remember his name, coming up with one other that I've been really excited to get my hands on. He's not an armored puppet, he's not a Gundam, he's something else. So, we'll be back with more videos. Until next time.